Hey there, teacher Beto again. What's up? Are you doing great? I hope so.
Thank you next. Thank you next. Thank you next.
Well, we were talking about landscapes and trips to amazing places. And I mentioned a trip to Chapada Diamantina on our last video. Do you remember? A trip full of beautiful waterfalls, rivers, mountains in the middle of nature. Have you ever thought about the importance of nature? What about protect it? It's really important to protect the environment, isn't it? So, we're going to read a text on it. It's about a boy. Yes, that's correct. A boy who defends the environment and gave a speech in the United Nations about it. You can find this text in your student's book, page 34. Look at the photo and the title. Let's try to guess his age and where he is. So, how old is he? 13, yeah. And where is he? As I said before, he is at the United Nations. So, let's read this text together and answer some questions. Let's read it.
Alright, so the first thing we have to do is to read the tips in the how-to box. So, how to find specific information. Don't read the entire text first. Read the start of each paragraph. Does it have the information you need? If not, read the next paragraph. Look for words connected to the information you need. So, let's take a look at the information that we need to find, and then we go straight to the text. We need to put these events in order. So we have to discover which came first, and then the second, the third, and so on. The first one is done. Now we have to find the sequence of students create a website for Felix campaign. Felix gave a presentation to his class. Felix spoke at the United Nations. People from other countries joined his campaign, and Felix started a tree planting campaign. So here we go, let's start reading.
Do you have the Felix factor? When Felix Finkbeiner was 13 years old, he made a speech at the United Nations in New York. He spoke in English, and his message was simple: save the world's forests. How did a boy from Germany become an environmental superstar? The story starts in 2007, when Felix did a project on climate change at his elementary school in Starnberg, near Munich in Germany. He saw some information online about Wangari Maathai, a Kenyan woman. She started a tree planting campaign in 1977 and won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2004. Felix thought her campaign was interesting, and he decided to talk about it in class. His presentation was a success, and he gave the same presentation to other classes. 2 months later, Felix planted his first tree and started a campaign to plant 1,000,000 trees. He called his campaign Plant for the Planet. Students at other schools joined the campaign. Together, they planted 50,000 trees in Germany. They made a website for the campaign, and soon other countries began taking part. They wanted to meet Felix, so he started to give presentations outside the country. In November 2008, he spoke to the European Parliament. At the beginning of 2011, the International Year of Forests, Felix made his speech at the United Nations. He asked world leaders to stop talking, start planting. In the same year, his campaign reached its goal of planting 1,000,000 trees in Germany. He also traveled to Kenya and met Wangari Maathai, and it all began with a school project.
All right, we're back to the question. You can use your book to help you to answer it. So, what's the correct sequence? I'm going to give you a minute and then we check your answers. Time's up. Let's see the sequence. So 4, 2, 6, 5, and 3. So first, Felix read about a Kenyan women's campaign. Then Felix gave a presentation to his class. After that, Felix started a tree planting campaign. Soon after, students created a website for Felix's campaign. Then, people from other countries joined his campaign. And finally, Felix spoke at the United Nations. That's it.
Well done. All right. Talking about the environment and also in how to protect it. What do you think about his campaign? Would you join his campaign? Why? Or why not? You can use these key phrases to guide you in your answer. For example, to start a paragraph, starting an idea. I think this campaign is, or I don't think his campaign is. In my opinion, his campaign is. From my point of view, I believe that the way I see it, and then you develop your idea. We also can justify, right? So you're going to use these key phrases. Because of the circumstances, due to, or if you want to give examples, you can start the sentence with, for example, for instance. Take the case of. Now you have to do your part and answer these questions. You have to write 1 or 2 paragraphs answering these questions. What do you think about his campaign? Would you join his campaign? Why? Or why not? Don't forget, you can read the text again. It's on page 34 of your student's book. That's all for today, guys. See you next class. See ya. Mwah.